What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Batman Talks Content.
Let's go! Love it.
Welcome back to another episode of Content Chop Shop, where we review content that sells, and then we learn lessons from that, and we share those lessons with you so you can make better content, so you can sell more of your stuff and your services. So we're going to introduce our hosts. We have Ron Cool of Hindsight Hacking Media, the graphics man, the visuals, all the stunners.
What is going on?
And we have the other half of Hindsight Hacking Media, Cory Carter, who is the automation and funnel king.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week. This one's going to be fun, especially as long as we keep getting the sound effects.
Yes.
That is correct. That is absolutely correct. And, of course, we have Pick-a-Bro, the BizBros, Lewis and Lewis, or Lewis and Fonzie.
Luis and Fonzie, Fonzie and Luis. Let's go.
Luis and Luis.
Oh, Luis and Luis.
And, of course,
Also Noah
hashtag
and Fonzie.
Pick-a-Bro. Pick your favorite in the comments. We always appreciate that. We like to make you choose, just like their parents. And
Luis Domino's quiz.
And of course, Content is Profit is their amazing podcast where they talk about how to make little bite-sized minions out of your content to spread your message and impact all across the world. And my name is Jim Beard, and I create live streaming content that entertains, educates, filters your audience, and sends them naturally up your value ladder. So let's get into it today. Today we are talking launch framework.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
That's what we're talking about. We are talking about.
I was like, we're just talking about.
Phrase.
There's some energy in the universe that wants to end this show, and when that happens,
Let's
the show's
let's
so
just
good.
have Ryan come on. Ryan will be the guest Jim.
It's a good thing
Ryan
Jen's
is
not
in
trying
the
to share videos right now.
Hold on. There we go.
Oh, hey Russell, what's up?
What's going on?
Thanks for
He
joining
also
us.
He also likes Batman. So Ron Cory, I mean, while he unfreezes, what are we talking about today?
Hello.
So we are talking about some launch frameworks, and if Mr. Beard comes back to join us, he's got one from one of the latest Blake Nubar launches, and then one from one of our very favorite people, Miss Marley Jax, who is in the middle of a fun, exciting launch and training. And,
Which, by the way, I've heard it's gotten some heat against it. Ooh.
Really?
It's gotten some heat. I know she's doing pretty well. What's the heat she got?
Dude, there was some guy, I don't know, he made a post. They're throwing some rocks. It was pretty pretty intense.
We can talk about it a little bit.
We'll dive into it.
Oh, not
Yeah,
cool.
We'll leave it as a hook in there. But we think, by the way, is wonderful what she's doing. We're part of it.
She's killing it.
We're freaking
She's
honored.
absolutely killing it for sure.
And that's the fun part when we dive into that thing. When we saw it, we're like, wait, what? Is this a tactic? Is this on purpose? What's happening?
Maybe. It could be.
Yeah, I mean, the way she reached out, right, with the personal voice memos and messages, and then getting people to call your shot and doing the videos, and you'll be part of the ad, right? Like all of us were involved, and then sharing graphics for people to put out there of her own. I mean, I love every little bit of it, and then she, after one day, has already had a bunch of success. But Mr. Beard is back to take over.
I'm back. Don't you worry about that. I'll always be back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Mr. Jim. We just need to reintroduce you on the stage. That's what it was.
Damn computer can't take me out. I'll teach you a lesson.
Good thing you're not
That's
trying
right.
to share a bunch of videos today.
I know.
You shut your lips.
Okay, thank you for the Zoom on the beer. All right, let's go. I think we're
Jim,
ready
you
to.
ready? Let's get back into the Blake conversation. We were going to start there, but
Yes.
I didn't know exactly where we were going from the Freedom Fighters.
It's all good. I even got my Freedom Fighters shirt on, and send all the computers to Jim, please. That would be very helpful, especially if they're very old. Those really help.
Yeah, don't give new ones. Like, let me be very specific.
Like CRT monitor,
old
like Apple
computers.
One, Apple II.
Commodore 64. I
That
need
would
a
be
Commodore 64 sent to Jim Beard right away
That
so we
would be
can continue this shop. All
Mark,
Commodore 64s to Jim Beard's house.
absolutely, those are perfect for streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people know that. Not many
Nope.
people know that. Yeah,
Nope.
and you can play Oregon Trail.
I'm actually on a Commodore 64 right now. You wouldn't even know. What's doing it?
All right, so let's talk about Blake Nubar's launch for his partner program, which all of us are big fans of.
Mm-hmm.
So he went into the Content Machine presentation with Steve Larson, and he talked about his launch, which was so impressive. And everyone, I mean, you couldn't escape him during those 2 weeks. He was everywhere.
Yeah.
So he was nice enough to share this with us, and he said, please screenshot. So I'm using it. Thank you, Blake.
Yeah.
And it says it right at the bottom, Blake. So, I mean, I don't know what you want me to do here. But
not only did we screenshot it, but we're also sharing it with the rest of the world.
Absolutely. So this is Blake Nubar, property of Blake Nubar, copyright TM, all those things. But so he started out day one with the leaked post, tease a behind the scenes sneak peek. So that was him standing in front of the mess of papers and that whiteboard that was filled like Rain Man style. And he's holding a sledgehammer. And then his post was essentially saying, you know, I'm posing myself against what has been going on in the industry, all these fake gurus, that kind of thing. He's pitting himself. He's causing controversy. He's making you choose a side. And that's where, you know, the freedom fighters is where he kind of stands for, what he stands for. And he's trying to get people behind his movement. And of course, people are like, dude, what's up with the sledgehammer?
Right.
Like, are you redecorating? Or, you know, and it was, you know, goofy, light comments, but it built, it really built as it went along. So now he's got the mystery video introducing the sledgehammer theme in the video, which is always behind him or in the scene somewhere, is this sledgehammer. And so what are people doing? They're like, oh, we love your movement. What the hell's up with the sledgehammer, dude? So he's got this mystery element that people keep on talking about and like guessing what it's for and, you know, making jokes out of it and sharing it around. And it caused it was a talking point. It was definitely a talking point. Even if you're not really a Blake fan, you probably heard about the launch just because of this mystery leaked post feel of it. And then was the invite post. So that he did this over 7 days. This it feels like it was a lot longer.
Yeah.
Because of how much he packed in, but it was only 7 days. I was really impressed when he told me that. I thought it was more like 2 weeks. But then it was the invite post. Announce the official launch date, drive home the date. So this is him in a really nice image. And he also had a video that went out that same day that was more curiosity about like, hey, we're freedom fighters and I'm going to show you the way, essentially. And again, the damn sledgehammer's back there. Again, people are like, we're so excited. This is really cool. We resonate with your movement, because he pitted himself against kind of what was the norm in the industry, causing a little controversy, which got it talked about more. And then yet again, people were asking about the mystery thing. So then he did the Ignite the Fire video where he's actually around a campfire and the fire's dancing off his face and his glasses. And there's a fence behind him. Guess what's on the damn fence? It's the sledgehammer.
Let's go.
And it's just mounting. He's causing all this pressure as he goes along with his amazing content. And also he shot it really well. He had a videographer that he hired just for this, local, to just shoot him doing this. Very similar to Jim's video with the dumpster fire. Whatever, Ron. You wish you had a dumpster fire video.
Just saying.
I do. I'm so glad you remember that.
I'm never going to forget that.
I'm so happy for that. So next, day 5, opportunity teaser video. Boldly hint at your new opportunities. So he starts talking about, so before he was just pitting himself against what was already happening. Now he's talking a little bit about what he's bringing to the table and how it's going to be different. So he's starting to build the sale to get you to say yes more and more. And again, same thing. Every one of those videos has the sledgehammer in it somewhere. So now at this point, the next day is destination poll. Get the audience involved in the launch, create spectacle. So at this point, I think, do you guys remember the destination poll? I'm actually forgetting this actual
I don't
segment.
remember that one at all.
The destination poll.
Yeah.
We were not part of this this launch.
Yeah, I
You
feel-
weren't? I swear you guys were in that.
I feel like I'm the audience right now.
I know.
I'm learning how to work.
Okay.
That's
We
good,
actually
because then we
screenshotted
can.
this
That's
thing.
going to be a good conversation.
So anyway, I know he ran a poll. I just don't know what the destination part is. Oh, no. Now I remember. He said, do you want me to do the webinar in Miami, in Las Vegas, or somewhere else? And he had the audience vote on where he was going to do the webinar from.
He do it there, or he used the green screen.
He actually did it there. He flew out there and did it there.
Yeah, he did it from Vegas, in a hotel room.
Yeah, it was voted being Vegas. So he did that, including the audience, so they feel more like they're a part of this movement and that they have a say in how it gets formed. So now there's the rumor video. He revealed the sledgehammer mystery and the shocking cliffhanger, which is to where he had the sledgehammer over his shoulder and he's walking towards the 2 Comma Club award on an easel in front of him in a dark room. And it's like a single light setup, so it's very dramatic. And you just over the shoulder, you see just the corner of the 2 Comma Club, but it's so distinctive. Everyone knows what that thing looks like. The minute you see even a little bit of it, you're like, no. So everyone freaks out. They're like, you're an idiot. Why are you doing this to your 2 Comma Club award? And da-da-da-da.
Wait, a question. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
go ahead.
I'm interrupting the flow here.
Oh, you're good.
I had no idea he had a 2 Comma Club before this.
He did. It was he built a funnel for somebody and they hit 2 Comma Club with it. So, he got added on. So I think that was probably part of it, was that he wanted to put that behind him and get his own. But that was a shared 2 Comma Club with someone he built a funnel and a sales process for.
Interesting.
So
All right.
that's the one he shattered. So now he has the launch. The launch is where he actually shows the connection and the glass breaking and the whole thing. And at the same day, he had already had launch partners. I think it was like 50 to 80 of them all share. He has this like really cool image of him in front of like this cityscape. It's all very graffiti looking. He replaced him with whoever was the launch partner, gave it to them without saying anything else, and said, I'm doing this. This is why. This is our movement. I value all of your content and I value your audience. And if you would be willing to share this, I would greatly appreciate it. And I think he gave them some other added benefit of like a one-on-one or an interview or something like that. And so he did this with like
for getting people on board.
for them to share their image in the Freedom Fighters and the webinar date and time.
Oh, got it.
So Marley did the same thing. I shared hers as well.
Yeah.
So at that launch day, everyone that he asked to share this shared it. What is this? Do like Maui Caribbean or the Caribbean? Don't worry about money. Jim has it covered. Vote A for Caribbean. Good to know. Thank you, Rob.
On a cruise ship.
On a cruise ship.
Just for us.
No, we're just going to pay for Dan Henry's yacht for the day.
Oh, that'd be fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's cheap.
I'm sure it's probably like 20 grand for a day.
Shout out to you,
Jim's
Dan
got
Henry.
this. It's got it. It's
Yeah, no problem. So at this point, everyone shares at the same time. So the internet is flooded with their pictures, Freedom Fighters, and the webinar date and time And he reveals finally him shattering the 2 Comma Club. And at the end, it just lingers with the webinar date and time. And then that night was when he went live and did the big webinar. And he had one of the biggest webinars, like as far as filled, I've ever seen. There was easily 500 people on there, if not more.
That's cool.
And he just killed it. And that webinar, he absolutely killed it. And he made $400K.
Only expecting 50.
Only expecting 50
Like,
was his projection.
What did he sell in that webinar? At what price point?
Partner program was how much?
1,500.
400K.
$1,500.
Yeah. It was a 400K product. So.
Yeah, right. He sold one.
Okay, so 1,500. And did the people that help him send people there got a commission or anything, or they just supported him?
I would imagine so, but I don't know that for a fact.
Right.
I think their main pull was that they got this really cool graphic to share, and that they got, I think he gave them some kind of a strategy call about their funnel, or, you know, some kind of added bonus.
Yeah.
But they all shared it at once. Literally, you could not escape his messaging for that week. It was everywhere.
I can see the similarities now between Marley's campaign and
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. I was just about to say the same situation. So if it's the same situation, I would have to say he didn't pay any commissions.
Yeah.
To anybody doing out the graphics, because it was just something to be a part of.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good point.
And then and he did a webinar, whereas Marley's doing a week-long training, right?
Yeah.
But within 1 hour of her time on a 1 hour of training, she also got 90 people to come in. Whereas so Blake got 266 people to come in and join at $1,500 a pop in the first weekend. And I'm not necessarily, I wasn't planning on buying or anything, but because of everything that was there, because of all the content, the leak posts, the mystery, all that stuff, I still made it a point to join the webinar.
Yeah, I joined it too. I didn't take advantage of it, but it was incredible. Like, just watching the whole thing was such a spectacle, which is so hard to do online because it's so noisy.
yeah.
That's my call.
So I feel like he's like, how big was his audience pre other people?
He did have a pretty good audience ahead of time. I want to say that he had full 5K on profile, and he already had a private page with over a 5K easily there too. I don't know if they were all engaged.
Yeah.
But he had a very reasonable pool to pull from to start. And then obviously tying into everyone else's audiences too was a big deal.
Did he run any ads to any of those videos as far as like exposure on, like, let's push it a little bit more?
He did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I love the aspect that is like it's continuous. Like every single day, right? We talk often about points of contact on our message, right? And this is building those points of contact towards that moment of release the pressure, which is, you know, the launch and the reveal of what's freaking happening with the sledgehammer. But also, you know, with Marley, she had that yellow phone, right? And she teased it a while back. She actually, when she got the phone, she's like, something's coming, right? Like, it's gonna be, the phone is gonna be involved. And I was like, oh man, that's awesome. And that's why I remember now all those has the yellow phone, and I think it's so cool too, because it's a play on words, playing different things, right? And you know, obviously similarities here, but at the end of the day, is about the principles, right? How do we build pressure towards that event, right? And I feel this is the first time I see that full campaign, and I freaking loved it. I'm like, I took the screenshot. So there's some new things that,
I mean, Blake said it was okay, so we're good.
I know. Thank you, Blake. Yeah, absolutely. There's always something to learn. It's so cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Coca-Cola
you got to be good at the webinar, right? Like, you still got to sell the webinar through those 90 minutes. You got to give the value. You got to have a good product.
Yeah.
But he got the people there. And Jim, you mentioned, like, that was a pretty full house. And out of webinars, I've seen Russell Brunson's and then Peng Joon. Like, those are the only two people I've seen with bigger webinars outside of that one with Blake.
You haven't been to my webinar.
Ayo.
Yes, I have missed that on purpose. So.
Ouch! Ouch! That was mean.
Family time. Gone.
Bro fight. Bro fight. Hold on.
Amazing.
Hold on.
I love that we always go the wrong way. We're like,
always. You know it's so this. How long have we done this? Like just on StreamYard, Cory? Like we've probably done it for almost a year now, right?
Yeah.
And I still don't know which way is that way. Like it's that way, right? Ah.
It's it's tough. It's always confusing. I think
It is.
Yeah, up and down.
Up and down. Up and down will be easier. Yeah. I mean, well, you're up, so you gotta hit down.
Awesome. So Jim, thank you. Thank you so much for bringing that campaign on. Again, like focus on the principles. Obviously, you know, we asked the questions about the ads. We had the question about like how big is this audience? But at the end of the day, it can be done. Like if we have time after we talk a little bit about Marley, we're happy to share something that we did with local businesses here that got a ton of traction. I remember we were at Podfest and we were explaining this very short campaign actually. And I think we were sitting down with Daxi and some other person. Who was the other person? I can't remember. Daxi Perez.
I say we just talk about it, like because I'm super interested. I was going to ask you about it anyway.
Yeah, let's just go into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Keep asking, guys. Keep asking.
Oh, please,
hold on. We're stopping the show to ask.
You guys know our bank account is $497, please. One-time payment.
I'm showing you Ryan. Ryan wants to know. Russell wants to know.
For Ryan and Russell, we will share.
Yeah. So, and I think this is something that we executed a couple times, and then that's it. It got parked. It's gonna be there for when I feel it's. But this is how it went down, and we're gonna. I mean, no secrets here. We're just gonna tell you the whole thing. But this is a campaign that got about 2,000 emails within 2 days with no Facebook ads, and then got 300 visits booked into that one business within
like in studio visits, like
walking into the business. And when we run that for the second time, I think that was the second time that we ran something like that similar framework. We're like, oh man, this is better than the first one. And then we're sharing these numbers, and Daxi was like, that's insane. Like that is a lot of stuff, right? So here's how it went down, right? And it was following the principle of building the pressure towards that event, right? So the client was a whole wellness studio. So they had 9 different services inside of it. They had cryotherapy. They had dry floating beds.
Everything you need to look beautiful,
to look and feel amazing, right? And they were opening a new store.
I didn't have a beard until I went to the place.
Does Ryan go there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yes. We're going to give him a huge shout out. It's called Degree Wellness. Please go check him out. Super awesome. Thank you, Lindley. Anyways.
Okay. Sorry. I got to add this before we continue. The campaign was so successful that the lady was like, how can I do so you guys work here full time?
How can you guys become owners of the business?
In the business. Yeah. And I think we should take that offer. I think it would have been good.
Yeah,
she sold the business.
Hold on.
So, anyways, here, that's a good experience. Okay, so here's a walkthrough, right, of the campaign. It's following the same framework, right, that these guys are doing with the repeatable stuff. So we created an event. What is the event that we're gonna create pressures towards? That was a giveaway, right? We wanted to give something out. So we told Degree to partner up with 6 other businesses around this that complementary business that they do, right? So they do, that make you beautiful. So what are other businesses that can elevate that for them so it's attractive to that audience, right? So once we found, we recommended 3. She's like, I'm going to go all in and we're going to do 6. And we're like, sounds good. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge to coordinate, but that's fine. So we found other businesses that it's to that giveaway. The giveaway was total value was about $6,000. So one person was going to take all those amazing prizes, right? So then now that we have that event, we work backwards and there's going to be 3 days to build pressure towards that, where it was a mix of a daily email and a couple of posts a day were announcing the giveaway. Right? Everything was leading to one landing page that was put in your email. Was it just the email, right? Not the phone number, just the email.
Yeah, just email.
Just the email. Put here the email, right, to have access to the giveaway. So obviously, ton of opt-ins. So we had about 2,000. I think it was 2,200 people opting in through those 3 days. So all 6 businesses send out the same 3 emails to their email list, right? And very powerful. And they post on social. They did Facebook Lives. They did normal posting announcing the giveaway. All these people drive to that day. I think that day was a Friday, was it? The giveaway was a Friday. I can't remember.
I don't remember the exact
The
date.
day was a Friday, and we're like, hey, we're revealing the winner this one day on Friday, right? So how do we reveal the winner? Through email. So chose the winner is revealed by that email that we sent out. So it was out, like the open rate was big time because everybody wants to know if they won $6,000 worth of prizes, right? And different things. And then what happened is like, hey, by the way, thank you so much for, like, if you're not a winner, still congrats, because as a thank you, we want to invite you on a complimentary visit to our studio.
Yeah, like we want everybody to be winners. Like we're gonna give you something
We
to
want to give you, for them was
a free 15 session sauna therapy.
yeah, sauna therapy. Yeah, exactly. So, and that's worth XYZ. But the value here is that those 300 people out of those 2,200 took that offer and were overbooked. The managers had no idea how to handle 300 visits.
But I mean, that would take them to a funnel that had
Exactly. An upsell.
had an upsell and a downsell for them, so they could obviously, purchase something, get some money in advance.
Yeah.
So
I think front end they did $1,500 worth of products that they sold it right immediately, but 300 visits, and then whatever they sold on memberships, because the visit means they can to pay the month, which was average price $180. So that was like right before COVID happened. So that literally that happened, and the 2 weeks after, when they were booking all these people, that was when COVID happened. They had to close. So we don't know really what happened on the back end, but I'm sure that in a normal situation, that would have been a big payday for these people. And it's all about that pressure that we build at the front.
Actually, people that have like strong sales systems and strong salespeople on the front, that would be pretty good. Getting 300 walk-ins into your store,
That's huge.
All day long. That's huge.
Yeah. It was funny because when we're going through the numbers, one of the owners was like, just 2,200 people in the email list. And we're like, how much do you pay per email? And like, I have no idea. Exactly. You have no idea what your cost per lead is, right?
Where my brother used to work before, the fitness studio, they would pay around $40 per email, per lead. Right?
Yeah.
For the fitness studio.
That's
so
a ton of money.
We made the comparison to her with that number, because it'll probably be somewhat similar for her. Yeah, somewhere between 20 and 40, right? So
same market.
Yeah, you do the math in there. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Yeah. And then obviously, like the challenge here is you need to educate these people and these businesses that, hey, you need to nurture now this email list. Send them testimonials, stories of successful people. How can you get them to open your emails and come back into the store so you can, sell them something else or sell them from your email? That is a challenge in there with this type of campaign. I think it'll be very successful in the online world because people say, I'm going to, be in their inbox all day, 24/7, 365. So people understand it in this world, in the online marketing world, but on the brick and mortar, it's a little bit more challenging, the education side of it.
You guys killed it, though.
Great job. Yeah, that was awesome
job.
Should we try it in the online world? Should we get like 6-7 more people and do something like that? I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah. That's a... Good.
Very good. My name is
very good.
Yeah, that was fun, and that was like right before we actually started the show too. When we killed that side of the business, So that's there. That's a secret weapon that's been sleeping for quite a bit. But sleepy. But there, as a community kind of starts to wake up again and this business starts opening up again, I think that is a super cool opportunity for everybody out there serving these businesses. How do you create that, build a pressure campaign? And then if you add, this is fun because that's the framework, and you can add influencers, people that move audiences to move towards this thing, right? Sleep Joe is helping the bros. That's funny. But yeah, at the same time, I feel is really, really effective with people that might not be super familiar with the online world, right? Because it's something new, something different, something exciting, right? So that's an element in there that could really, really work with these brick and mortar businesses.
I will add this so people have like real expectations. Part of the strength of that campaign was because of the business that they picked to collab with.
Yeah,
right.
Because they had big email lists, right?
Yeah.
Like
They had a
that's
list,
right.
They use the list to then generate everything, but you just help them understand how to use that list
correctly. So that's why it was in part very powerful. I think that's why it was very successful. So let's brainstorm this in here, right? How can people implement it if they don't have a big list and they don't manage? Because this is what I'm seeing. Like, if you're gonna try to get somebody on board, obviously people are jealous of their list, right? It's like, hey, I've been taking care of this. This is my baby. Like, I just don't want to promote whatever, and I want something in return as well. Obviously, right? It's a quid pro quo in there. So, how can somebody that might not have the audience leverage a strategy like this one?
Yeah, I mean, looking at, let's just say I have a list of 100 people, right? If I follow these steps, and when I say list, I mean maybe it's in Facebook groups, maybe it's in Facebook friends, Instagram, whatever. Like, you're bound to have at least 100 people. Now, if I find a couple other people that I would want to share, right? Find a way to maybe there's an affiliate aspect that you could pay if they buy, or again, it's just them getting the same notoriety that we got by helping Marley or talking about Marley, right? And obviously Marley's a bigger name, but it's just, I think it's all the same principles. You follow the steps, and you're not going to have a $400,000 weekend, but you're gonna, if you follow the steps to build the pressure, and then have something that's valuable to people that you're offering, solve some problems with your piece, your product, your whatever.
Yep.
Like, you could sell 3 people and it would be a success if you follow the process, right? And so I think that's the key. It's just follow the process. The size of the list doesn't matter. You should be doing work to get your name out there, right? To continue to build that list. And so for those that don't have a list, they should be doing something like, I don't know, publish, have a podcast, right? Like, do something just to start to get some notoriety. And so, like, all of us here, not that we've had like an immense amount of list building days, but we all have shows. We've all gotten some notoriety. We've all been able to build somewhat of a following. Doesn't matter how big it is. Like, if we follow this process, we could then have success. Again, our success would be different as compared to a Blake Nubar or a Marley Jacks.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, it's about that consistency, right? Like, how can we replicate this? And I remember having the conversation where it's like, is this going to be something that we could do quarterly, right? Like, it doesn't have to be every single month. It could be like quarterly, where you build that pressure and then you have your publishing on the back end. I haven't read anything. He's yes. Please sign me for that one, Cory. But yeah, it's and you're gonna find different things, different partners, different markets, different things that we can implement, and that's a beautiful thing about frameworks, because you can take something like what Blake did, what Marley did, right, and be like, oh, how can we replicate this in a different market? How can we replicate this in a different world, right? Sometimes us that we live in this online space, we see a lot of these things over and over. Why? Right? Because they work, first off. So I think it's a great opportunity to either explore a new audience. And I think it could be a great primer for a new audience. Like, hey, let's see if this audience actually resonates with my message. Let's execute something like this. Guess what? You're going to get feedback, either very positive, where people respond to that campaign, or negative, where people don't respond. And then you're going to ask the question, like, why people didn't respond? And then you can find those things where, like, oh man, maybe my messaging is off. Maybe that's the audience I don't need to sell, right? Like, and that's great feedback moving forward, because then you can start like dial down very well, like who is a great partner for these things.
Yeah, I've speaking to what you guys were talking about with brick and mortar. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he did it with flashlights in ClickFunnels space.
Flashlights or flashlights?
Flash lights. Flash.
Because there was a campaign with flashlights that was massive too. Just saying, but flashlights.
I'm sorry.
Flashlights. So he did an e-commerce thing selling this brick and mortar's flashlights online, and he did this really cool thing where he mixed audiences together. So like a virtual summit does, okay? So he mixed audiences. So your value coming into a situation with someone that has no list is that you're going to mix audiences and make a big offer together, making complementary offer. So if it's a chiropractor, what's complementary to chiropractics? Maybe massage. If it's not all under one roof, then maybe there's a spa that you can also reach out to. Maybe the spa has an audience, the chiropractor has an audience, the masseuse has an audience. So now the value is you're the guy coming in and you're mixing those audiences together and making one offer to go out there. So therefore, now you have that big audience where you didn't before. Absolutely. And there's a value to every person because they're all sharing that audience. Yeah.
It's by the way, guys, like this is information that's available everywhere. Like it's about finding that framework. And I think earlier listening to a different show on ads, the whole thing is like find the framework. What is it, right? Because we are so blinded sometimes by the hacks,
by the light, from the flashlights.
And those like tiny things, you know, for example, Jim, you have a framework to put in these amazing shows, right? Rowan, Cory, you have a framework that works really well for bunches of shows. We have a framework on our side too on how do we create the high volume content that we do, right? So for those listening and watching, go through these campaigns and identify the pattern. What is it? What are these elements that are happening? Is it one post? Is it two posts? Is it like, what is the communication that's happening? Is that email coming around it? And then from there, you can grab that skeleton and stop the squeeze, Ponzi. And you gotta leave. And then from there, kind of adapt it to what you do. Because here's the secret, guys. That campaign is in a book that every single one of us has. You guys want to know what the book is?
Is it a secret?
You have to pay for it.
Expert secrets?
Russell Brunson is the worst secret keeper of all time.
30 days.
Yes.
It's right here.
Yeah.
It's right here. And the first time that we executed that same strategy, the first time the client made 12 grand in a week on a course that they never sold. It was there for a year, and they sold, I think, was $500 once. So good. It's there. Like we modify a few things, but the framework is there. So with everything that either we tell you, you find online, that you know it's out there, like grab it, take it, and then go execute, right? Like when Jim tells you about the show, go do execute. When Ron and Cory tell you about the podcast, go execute. When we tell you about the content, go execute. It works. So again, that's the end of my rant. Sorry.
Yeah, so just do it. You gotta get out there and do it.
Yeah.
So before, I know we're getting close on time, but before we wrap, Jim, I don't know if you have any of the stuff ready. But the one that inspired this conversation in general is going through this launch now. Just went through it as far as the pre-launch and has, you know, someone that we totally respect and love. And so I would love to share. I know we've been teasing Marley a little bit throughout this conversation, but to actually show it for everybody.
I don't have it to show, but we can talk about it because I've definitely gone through the entire thing and I purchased.
Ron, do you have it to show? I don't have it with me.
What, like my photo?
Yeah.
Anything of that, yeah.
Anything
of the launch.
Just because for anybody that doesn't know Marley, she went through and reached out to several people, including all of us here, and left them an actual
it was like personal
message.
Personalized. Here, hold on.
Personalized message saying, Cory, do this, call your shot. I'd love to hear about Hindsight Hacking Media and Hindsight Hacking. Right?
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah,
and then she sent out graphics and copy.
Ron,
to
the
post.
Yeah, she made it super easy. Super easy.
So
yeah, it was super well done, and it made it feel like she wanted you to be a part of it. It wasn't like
what day was March 28th? What day was March 28th? Quick. What day was it?
It was March 28th was the day.
I know. What day was it? What day of the week?
It was
okay.
It was a Sunday.
Yeah. So that's what caught my attention the first time. Okay, because she sent me a personalized message, like a recorded message on a Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so first off, that got my attention, right? Because who does that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I would probably wait till Monday. Right? Now I'm like, well, she gave it to me on Sunday. Must be important because it's Sunday. Right? So I instantly listened to it because it's Sunday. And it's not something that she's ever done before where it's a Sunday. So again, it was out of the norm. It was kind of a scroll stopper for me. And it was a different day than I would have expected her to reach out on in general.
Yeah.
Good point. And then she made it feel personal. She sent me the same thing. She had a voice message that came with it. She gave you the copy. She explained the why. You know, I want you to be a part of this. This is a movement. Here's your personalized image. Like every bit of it felt really awesome and genuine. And I didn't even think about that, what you just said, but it's a good point. Sunday evening.
Yeah.
Like,
now,
that's
how many of those, like considering they were personal, she had to make those all individually. Mm-hmm. So just because we got it at, Sunday evening, she probably was working on that all Sunday afternoon because there was a lot of people involved.
Yeah.
What do you think? That was cool.
100 or more messages of people she sent that to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
easy.
For sure.
Probably.
Easy. And it was a minute. So at least a minimum of 100 minutes. But in my personal thing, she picked out something personal on why she wanted you. So she kind of had to do some homework if she didn't know you. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure everyone she asked, she knew. However, it's 100 people. Like, could you reach out to 100 people right now and know a little tidbit to ask them in a minute? I couldn't. Shit, I don't even know people's names. That's why Cory goes first. Right? Like, let's just be real. Like, listen to our show. I can go the whole show and never say a name because Cory introduces them. It's perfect.
Quick shout out to Robert in the audience, Vasi. Thank you guys so much for watching. Marley,
what's up,
I gave you a little shout out there if you're in the audience, quietly creeping. We're talking about you. We're talking about you, Marley.
Did you?
I thought it was genius. I thought it added value to her and to every single person that is in that campaign. Because guess what? We're tagging along the message. I mean, if she reached out to you in the first place, it's because you guys had something happen in that working relationship, right? Like, we obviously, for us, our experience with her has been incredible since the second we met her, right? Like, we consider her a friend now, and we're like, absolutely, please tell us what else can we do, right? Can we continue to do this? And I think that's the beautiful thing, right? As a business owner, I think everybody has to help each other out because it comes around. It's good. There's gonna be a moment that we're gonna go back and we're like, hey, Marley, we have this stuff. Like, would you help us out? And I'm sure she's gonna say yes. I mean, she already said yes when we asked her, hey, Marley, can we speak at your event? She's like, absolutely, guys, come in and do that conversation with our VIPs, right? And I was like,
how many people just I want you to think about this. How many people do you know, besides the people on this screen, and one said Marley, would send a recording of them going for no reason. For no, like,
Yep.
Jim said, hey, we need this. Why? Because okay. Like,
that's pretty much how that went down,
right?
too. Just do it. Just do it.
Who
It's
else
fine.
would have done that? Everyone else, like, even if Jim reached out to me and said, can you do this? I don't know if I would do it. Right.
Well, that's
I
good to know,
questioned it.
Ron.
Ron, you asked me, and I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah, Cory didn't even want to do it. Right. I was like, just do it. It's gonna be funny.
Yeah. Thank you, Marley, by the way. Thank you for that recording.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so I mean, there's people that might not like that, right? Like we saw some stuff out there in the world that, like, yeah, that's weird, right? And I feel it's for free game. It's not that somebody's making you do it. Like, it's your own choice to do this thing. And if you want to align yourself and your message, even though you have your own message, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
To do that.
I think the element of calling my shot, it was kind of like, hey, do a public accountability post type of thing, right? And which at the same time, like, it goes in line with the campaign, and at the same time, it's like an immediate benefit for the person that is sharing that, right? So, for example, I was on a call about 2 hours ago, and the person I was talking to, he told me that he's building a challenge, right? And I was kind of like, okay, what is the timeline on that challenge, right? Like, when are you going to launch it? Like, you need to, be accountable. And it like, if you need accountability, like, here we are. And he told me how he came up with the challenger, in part how he put it out into the world, was through Calling My Shot campaign with Marley, right? He was like, that's when I announced it. And I was like, that's awesome. Like, that is great. Like, now you have to do it because you put it into the world.
Right.
Now, put a date on it, right? Like, that's the next step. What is the date that you're going to launch it? But it was cool. I love the accountability fact that it had in it, because, it helps everybody.
Yeah. I mean, for us, even, like, that was the first time we did something like that. Like, our shot was first time publicly. I think, like, inside of our business, we've talked about it not that much even. And we're like, what is our shot, right?
Honestly, I think I forgot what a shot was.
But the cool thing was it was just like Nubar's launch, right?
Yeah.
She had the curiosity. I quit. For those of you guys that got the email sequences, she said, I quit.
Yeah. And how many of you stopped and read that right after?
I read that. I was like, what the hell? You just told me to share your thing.
I know. I was like, that's exactly what I said. I was like, I don't understand what just happened.
Yeah. So she did the same thing. He had the curiosity and he had the launch partners.
Yep.
And then it all culminated at the launch. And she did the same thing with the phone and the, listen, no, that's not true. That's not true. Well, that's true.
I know.
And she did
like, well, true. What was it?
Yeah.
And she nailed it. She did great. Everyone was like, what is she doing? Is she quitting? Is she doing this? Is she doing that? And, she's talking about how there was rumors and, the rumor mill of ClickFunnels is like a little high school. So that ripped around pretty quick. And then, of course, the launch partners. And we all culminated in her launch. And she killed it. Like, just rocked it out.
Do you want to know what?
I'm curious.
Cool?
Wait, I'm curious. So sorry, Marley. I love the campaign, but I didn't watch the webinar. I didn't tune in.
It's a 7-day.
I know it's a 7 day, but
7 days.
Today's like the day 2, if I'm not mistaken, or day 3. Yeah, day 3. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that curiosity culminate in? Like, what was she quitting, or what is the message beyond that curiosity side of it?
Well, I haven't watched it, but I did watch that she, on day 1, put an offer out there for a recurring monthly $47 a month deal.
VIP club, yeah.
Group. And 90 people signed up after 1 hour of her training. Who knows what happened on day 2?
Awesome.
Who knows what happened on day 3? But day 1 netted her roughly $3,000 a month in recurring revenue, just from a small little product.
Yeah, everybody.
Monkey.
Well done.
But
And the cool thing was, she even talked about it. She goes, if it was high ticket, she would have done more like a Blake Nubar, to where she doesn't mention it at all until the webinar. But she's selling it literally every single day because it's low ticket recurring.
Yep.
So that's something interesting to talk about too, is that it's now not so high pressure because it's high ticket.
Yeah.
It's low ticket recurring. So the pressure's taken off and she can mention it every single time because it's not a big sale.
Yep.
Yeah.
The pressure is really off. It's really, she made it a no-brainer. Like it's amazing value.
It really, really is a no-brainer.
Just the Q&A calls alone is worth it.
Right.
So what did she quit?
Before we wrap, sorry, Fonzie, I'm interrupting.
She didn't quit anything.
Just
Before we wrap,
She quit doing launches and selling in the traditional way of gurus. That was what she quit. So she said, I'm quitting doing it this way because it doesn't yield anything other than likes and subscribes, which you can't put in your bank account.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I feel like I'm asking too many questions here. We'll continue next conversation.
No, you're good. You're good.
One thing before we end.
Yeah.
What did everyone call? What's the shot? What did you?
Oh, the shot.
What did you call before to wrap up? What's our shot?
Ron's
Our
looking
shot-
up his right now.
No, I
Our
knew
shot
mine.
was our shot
What did I call?
50 content momentum
Yeah.
clients partners.
That's fantastic.
50
Awesome.
50. Yeah.
50,000.
Yeah. No.
Gonna up it right now, right here, calling our shot. We're adding
Yeah.
3 zeros.
1,000 next.
1,000x. Yeah.
Ours was 960 more podcasts launched.
Through our Promise
Yes.
Podcast program.
Let's go. Jim, what was
I
yours?
said, why not 1,000? And Cory says it's too much of a round number. Plus, we've already helped 40 people. So
Too much of a round number. We want to have 852 new clients.
I
7.
want 326 point.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was going to say 906, or it was 957, but I rounded up to 960. But just because I know at some point we're going to pay some affiliate commissions to folks, right? So I'm like, okay, we need to have a few extra to hit that 2 comma. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love it.
Mine is to pay off my very nice house worth of student debt, and also to have 100 people in our new group for Ultimate Go Live.
Let's go. So if you're watching and you're not in Jim's group, go ahead and connect with Jim so you can go to that group and be amazing with everybody else. I mean, you got 3 groups for the price of 1. Just go to all 3 groups right here.
Right.
Incredible value in all of them. Just saying.
All right.
You know it. You know it. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, we love having you guys on here. The live audience is what makes it special. It's why we do it in the first place. Without you guys, this is just a strange, sad hobby. So thank you so much. We truly appreciate you. We are here live every Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Say goodbye to Ron's head. And
Bye, Ron's head.
see you next time.
Yes.
On Content Shop Stop.
Take care.